In this segment, we're going to continue subtracting, and this time we're going to be using our 10 frame, and we're going to be looking at three different models: the removal model, the takeaway model, the adding up model, and the adjusting one number to make it easier kind of model. So we're going to look at the three different models for doing subtraction, all with the base 10 frame. So here's our 10 frame, and here's our question: 10 subtract 4, or 10 minus 4, or 10 take away 4. The first one we're going to do is the removal model. So if we were doing the removal way of thinking about it, we would say 10 take away 4. So here's our 10, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we see that we have a 5 and 1 left over, which is 6. So our answer is 6. Certain questions, depending on how they're phrased, lend to one model or the other. So let's say we take a subtraction question that says something like, I want to have 10, but I only have 4 now. How many more are needed? So we have the more are needed question. Many students want to go to an addition model. So what number needs to be added on to make our 10? So we can see here, because we know our 10 frame quite well, that we're missing 6. So my answer is going to be 6 more are needed because I need to add 6 to get to 10. The third model is the adjusting one number to make it easier model. And so in this one, what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite 10 in a way that's going to help us take away 4. So you can see here what I've done is I've just rearranged the 10 into a 6 and a 4. And the reason I chose 6 and 4 is because I want to take away a 4. So if I rearrange it as a 6 and a 4, it's not too hard for me to be able to easily see now that if I take away the 4 greens, I'm going to be left with just the 6. So I take away the 4 greens, and I'm left with the 6. So sometimes it's easier, or it's beneficial, to rewrite a number in a slightly different format so it's easy to take a number away and see what's going to be left over. So just to recap, we took a look at our base 10, or our 10 frame, and we looked at three models. The first one was the removal model. So this is the one where we just took the 10 and just took the 4 away from it. The second one was the adding up model. This is where I said I wanted to have 10. I have 4 now. How many do I have left? And the how many do I have left idea tends to lead us to an adding up model. How many more do I have to add to get to my 10? The third model we looked at was the adjusting model, and this is when we filled up the 10 frame in the 6 and 4 pattern so that when I wanted to take away 4, it was really easy to see what would be left over. So there are three different models for subtraction. All doing the same thing, 10 to take away 4, but there's slightly different viewpoints to them, and some questions lend themselves to one model better than the other.